not the first time I have been described in such a way.
I mean, the red socks and shoes combination gave it away. Welcome to Sightless Gamer Hag. My name's Rachel. You alright? We're back with Hercule's first cases, Murder Mystery Monday. The Major has been murdered. We have investigated the scene. Now we want to interrogate the guests. Because it could be anyone. He wasn't very well liked, you know what I mean? So we are going to kick off by speaking to this gentleman.
I'm afraid our conversation is of a more formal nature this time.
This is the brother of the man who's going to marry Angeline, the daughter of the house.
So the Major was murdered?
He was.
It appears so.
You can't think that I did it, though.
I will be questioning everyone over the course of the evening, and your cooperation will certainly speed up that process.
Yes. Besides speaking with me, tell me about your movements before dinner.
I was here in the salon, minding my own business, enjoying my own company.
In a bottle.
Minding your business from whom?
Comtesse, what's her name, and my brother. Apart from wanting to congratulate him for a great right hook, there was nothing I had to say to him.
Ah.
Comtesse de Vos. And they will both confirm you were here?
If she had taken a moment to notice anything besides herself, she will tell you I was here the whole time.
Ah. Okay.
I think that is all for now. Merci for your time.
He did not like the Major. Something to do with some army thing. It was our union man, Hugo.
Bonsoir, Monsieur Beckers. Merci for speaking with me.
Monsieur Poirot, or should it be Detective Poirot now?
Detective Poirot is perfect. Merci. I would like to begin with a few questions.
So there's two kind of things going on here. There's a love triangle thing. Or it could be a love square, who knows. And there's also a business thing happening. So either thing could be.
Go right ahead, Detective Poirot.
Can you tell me where you were prior to dinner?
I took great pleasure in seeing the Major's ego as well as his face take a bruising. And then I made my way to the library.
Oh, the Major got punched in the face by the fiancée of the daughter of the house. Everybody was very happy about that.
Well, you spoke with Mademoiselle Conrad.
And yourself? Yes.
We were the only two that you spoke with.
One of the servants brought me a drink and I was telling her about the benefits of joining a union. She didn't understand what it truly meant to be a part of something. Something bigger than just her. I was trying to explain to her how...
Monsieur.
Oh, yes, it was just the two of you and the servant.
He was about to get on his union soapbox. I agree with him. Join a union. Strange that it does not seem to recall seeing Monsieur de Silva in the library.
And you are sure there was no one else present?
I'm not sure what you're getting at, Detective. You were there.
Okay.
Merci, Monsieur Beckers. It has been a most enlightening conversation.
Okay. Hello, Ernesto.
Monsieur de Silva, merci for obliging me.
I know you were in love with Cassandra.
Coincidental, don't you think?
A man's death is not a matter to joke on, monsieur.
I mean, it is handy.
Anything about a joke. I am saying what I see.
Then perhaps you can tell me what it was you saw this evening.
Where were you prior to dinner?
Following whatever that was in the hall, I moved to the library.
Is there anyone that can confirm that?
Didn't we see him in the library?
Miss Conrad and Beckers were in there, arguing about something. The books held my interest far more than their conversation.
You did not speak with them until dinner was served.
Oh, there's a journalist here as well.
I had no reason to get involved with their little spat. It was clear they didn't want me to hear, and that suited me just fine.
Let's fix my magnifier, sorry.
Merci for your cooperation.
Are we not going to ask him about being in love with Okay, we're just going to do our initial, and then we'll check our mind maps and we'll go back.
Chevalier, I am sorry your celebrations have taken a rather dark turn.
As am I, Detective. I hope we will be able to bring this investigation to an end post-haste.
With your cooperation...
Can you imagine if it was Cassandra? That would be hilarious. Besides your time in the hall, where were you before we were summoned to the dining
I was
room?
here in the salon. I thought I would have a moment of peace to calm myself. But the Comtesse and my brother followed behind me.
Oh dear.
Did they inquire into the reasons behind the fight in the hall?
I think they both saw it as some light entertainment, more than anything else.
Fair enough.
The Comtesse does not strike me as one to enjoy violence.
And not so much violence, but karma for the Major.
She didn't like the Major.
You did not hear how he spoke to my wife-to-be. She is still rather upset about the whole thing.
Wow.
If you would be so kind as to stay here, I may require your help further.
Okay. Hello. Hello.
Comtesse, I am sorry our next conversation must be under such formal circumstances.
No gossip for you today.
It is not the first time Felix has ruined the good part.
Oh.
The current state of tonight's celebrations is the least of my priorities, Comtesse.
Well, it's at the top of mine, detective. I did not come here for a wink.
Perhaps then we should proceed with my questions and you can get back to celebrating.
It would be my pleasure, chérie.
We spoke earlier. Did you remain here in the salon until dinner was served?
I did. I thought by staying in one place, it would be easy for the staff to bring me my drinks. How wrong I was.
There is no staff.
And who else was present in here?
The handsome groom-to-be and his brother. Although Zachariah, is it, made a rather sharp exit at one stage.
Really?
Did he say where he was going?
He barely said 2 words to either of us. I think he was more concerned with his drink.
Well, another to notice Monsieur Demir's drinking, and yet no one seems concerned.
Merci.
He's a very loose
If I have any
gentleman.
further questions, I shall be sure to come and find you.
I imagine that heavy drinking is not really that frowned upon in this kind of society. It's probably more of a norm.
Mademoiselle Conrad, I am sure you understand the delicate nature of the situation.
I knew I had seen your face before. You were just an officer when that story hit the paper.
Yes, we're not talking about that, Jackie.
You have a très bon memory, mademoiselle. That was a long
Look at the
time
shame.
ago.
The shame.
You can't escape the past, especially when you go and do something like that.
That is very true, but one can learn from it and create a better future.
What would you say to an
No.
Please, mademoiselle. Catching the Major's killer is my sole concern right now. Now, if you would be so kind, I have some questions for you.
Tell me about your evening since your arrival.
I arrived, unpacked my bags in my room, and made it downstairs just in time to see the Major take a right hook from Gideon. And then I went to check out the library.
And you were joined by Monsieur Beckers.
And Ernesto, or Monsieur Silver, as you say. But after he ignored my attempt at pleasantries, I left him to his book in the corner.
And your conversation
He's
with
lovesick.
Monsieur Beckers that I interrupted.
You are a persistent one, aren't you? Makes sense now I know who you really are. You'll just have to wait and read about it in the paper like everyone else.
Fuck's sake, woman. Mademoiselle Conrad still remains tight-lipped about a discussion with Monsieur Beckers, but a hint at reading about it in the newspaper makes me believe maybe of a much grander nature than I expected.
You have been most helpful. I request you do not go too far. Merci.
It's a murder inquiry. Tell me everything. Oh my god, I've got 6 things to do. Okay. Let's crack it. There we go. Zachary saw Gideon and Margot. Just saying for Margot. Zachary was in the salon. Okay, let's see if it's this one.
This will not get me any closer to my...
Let's try the other one.
I must take a different approach if I am to uncover the truth.
Okay. Right. Gideon was in the salon. Angeline was still upset about the altercation. Gideon was present.
Some
There we
would
go.
say a lucky guess. I would.
Margot and Gideon confirm each other's appearance in the salon. Okay, let's link that. That.
Things are beginning to become
Okay.
clearer.
We're being logical. They can confirm each other's appearance in the salon. Okay. Gideon and Zachariah confirm each other's alibis. Zachariah went missing.
Order
Oh
and
no.
method.
Okay.
That is the way to solve the problem.
Okay. There we go. Jackie was talking to Hugo. Spoke with Jackie and myself. There you
I
go.
should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Jackie and Hugo confirm each other's appearance in the library. Jackie and Hugo confirm each other's alibis. Ernesto was lurking in the library. Let's argue between Hugo and Jackie. Let's do that one maybe.
The pieces of the
There you
puzzle
go.
are finally.
They confirm each other's appearance in the library. Jackie and Ernesto confirm each other's alibis. Jackie and Hugo. Hugo is in library. Archibald is not relevant right now. Zachariah is missing. Gideon in the salon. Angeline's still upset about the thing. Why? I know this might not be.
Order and method. That is.
Okay. I've got two more. Margot and Gideon confirm each other's alibis. Gideon's. Those maybe?
Is
No.
there something I am not seeing?
Hugo was in the library. Zachariah went missing. I do feel like that's. Hugo was in the library. Ernesto was in the library.
Come, my little grey cells. We must think logically.
It's going to get fed up with me in a minute. It's going to tell me what to do, which is fine. Ernesto was lurking in the library. Jackie was in the library. Maybe?
This will not
No?
get me any closer to my goal.
Oh. Spoke with Jackie and myself. So I confirmed he was in the library. Okay.
What a revelation!
Okay, new conversation unlocked. Hugo failed to mention seeing Ernesto in the library. Talk to Hugo. Hugo doesn't mention Ernesto. I think he was too busy having his argument. Zachariah went missing. Jackie was in the library. Margot was in the salon.
I must act on thought. I must take a different approach if I am to uncover the.
Try one more.
I cannot see the logic in this. Ah,
Okay. I'm missing something. Gideon saw Margot and Zachariah. Oh. I thought I tried to link that one
another
before.
Success. I never doubted myself.
Margot claimed Zachariah stepped out of the room, but Gideon did not mention it. Was his missing time accounted for? Okay, so we need to speak to Zachariah. We need to speak to Hugo. Let's check if there's no links. Okay. Let's speak to Zachariah. Hello. No, you are not, you fibber. Your version of
Told
events.
you already. I was here in the salon.
And you did not leave even once.
Well, I had to use the bathroom. I didn't realize I had to update you every time nature called.
You may keep your calls of nature to yourself, merci. And then you returned to the salon?
If you don't believe me, ask Archibald. He saw me on his way up to the study.
Okay.
I think that is all for now. Merci for your time.
The thing is, we don't exactly know what time when the major was killed.
Whatever you require, detective.
Your story of tonight's
I
events.
know you are probably used to dealing with criminals, but not everyone is trying to hide something.
I hope for your sake that you do not hide anything from me.
What is it you think I'm hiding?
I struggle to believe you did not know of Monsieur da Silva's presence in the library.
Is that what this is about? I saw him hiding in the corner, pretending to read. I'd be surprised if he could. I did not speak to him, and he certainly didn't make any attempt to speak with me.
Do you not like him?
Monsieur Demire invited you here to speak with him. You didn't see that as a fitting time too?
I was speaking with Jacqueline, and quite frankly, I was in no mood to be dealing with that man.
Oh. Monsieur Beckers is courageous and full of vigour in his planning, but his execution does not share such confidence.
Merci, Monsieur Beckers. It has been a most enlightening conversation.
Okay. So, what's new? What do we have that's new? Ernesto was in the library. Hugo saw him briefly, maybe?
I cannot see the logic in this. Perhaps a second look.
Oh, hang on. Maybe it's, he didn't mention it.
This would
No?
not get me any closer to my goal.
Let's go and look at Zach. Claims to Archibald could cover his... Okay, let's go speak to Zach. Archibald, very briefly.
Can you confirm seeing Monsieur Demire in the hall this evening?
Zachariah, yes. I was on my way with a bottle of whiskey to the Major. He shouted a rather ignoble greeting to me, and asked for directions to the bathroom.
I presume you showed him the way?
Aye, detective. I showed him to the hall bathroom. I didn't think it was wise to attempt the stairs.
Pushed. He was a wee bit drunk. Okay. So Archibald has confirmed his alibi. He was drunk. So let's link those two maybe.
Some
There we
would
go.
say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Archibald confirms Zachariah's movements out of the salon, however brief.
Magnifique.
Okay. Gideon, Zachariah and Margot were all in the salon, at least for some time altogether. Surely someone else is to blame. Well... Okay, they can all confirm each other's alibis. So it must be something down here. Hugo doesn't... We talked to Hugo. Hugo saw Ernesto briefly. Let's... No. There is something here.
Another
There we go.
success. I never doubted myself.
Hugo and Ernesto now confirm each other's appearance in the library.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
Hugo, Ernesto and Jackie support each other's version of events. Someone else must be responsible surely. Okay, even with some minute differences in stories, the guests all confirm each other's alibis. It's not the outcome I expected or perhaps hoped for. I wonder if it's Cassandra, maybe. Maybe. Okay, I have spoke to everyone. Let's go. Oh, new mind map. Okay. That did not yield the result I desired. Perhaps a more direct approach considering the potential motives will reveal more. Okay. Do I need to keep speaking to people?
Is that the end of your interrogation?
There are still some questions that remain to be asked.
Okay. So I need to speak to everybody again. Okay, let's start with over this way then. Bonjour.
You came to the right place. What do you need?
More information that you are willing to give me. What did you know of the
I
victim?
know that he was not the good and honest man he liked to think he was.
In what sense?
Spill.
If you spoke to him for longer than 5 minutes, you'd know. I've met people in dark alleys I trust before him.
Yeah, I didn't like the Major. Did not like.
And on the occasions when you did speak with him, what was discussed?
I'm sorry, Poirot. If you're looking for a deep-seated secret between me and him, you're going to be disappointed.
I just want information, you know what I mean? I don't want to be here longer than I need to be. Mademoiselle Conrad is wise to the nature of this question. She knows exactly what and what not to say. This knot may be harder to crack than first expected. Pfft, jealous. As you were previously speaking with him, I assume you know Marshal Beckers as well then?
That man has got some real anger issues.
I
get
kind of
why
don't blame
he's
him.
frustrated. He's trying his best for the workers, but holding on to rage like that, something's gonna burst.
I mean, a man suppressing his anger and a murdered body, the most amateur detective could see a connection. I don't think... I don't think...
I request you do not go too far. Merci.
Why would the...
You came to the right
Oh,
place.
no, sorry.
What do
It wasn't you. I was trying to get the Contessa.
I request you do not go too far. Merci.
Trying to get the Contessa. I'm going to have to go around this way. There we go. Here you go, Margot.
I am all yours, detective.
Did you ever speak to the Major about how he treated Madame Van den Bosch?
Why would I actively choose to speak to that wretched man?
Who sent him? Oh, well, to be fair, she sent him a letter. She didn't actually speak to
You
him.
were quite adamant of your protection of Madame. If he was as awful as you portrayed him to be, there must have been some words spoken, or perhaps written.
He was quite aware of how I felt towards him, and the lengths he has gone to remain close to the family. That is all that needs to be said.
I read the letter. It's fine.
I must admit, I would not want to be on the receiving end of your tongue's wrath, Countess.
Wise thinking, detective.
I'm sure you've noticed Madame Van den Bosch's absence. You have explained that the Major was trying to remain close to the family, but not
I
why.
imagine she would have shed a tear for him, but she should not waste any more.
You don't think she would? Or you don't want her to?
I have made it quite clear what I think of that man, alive or dead. I would not want her to waste anything further on him.
I don't know who has a sharper tongue, Madame Van den Bosch or the Contessa. It is certainly a close race for this first place.
He was a disgusting leech that was driven only by money and power, like most men.
I can assure you not all men are concerned with such egotistical wealth.
She said most, not all.
That may be, but they are few and far between. I believe you are a special case, Detective Poirot.
It is not the first time I have been described in such a way.
I mean, the red socks and shoes combination gave it away.
Embrace the compliment, Detective. You have set yourself apart from the horrid crétins that seem to somehow make their way into positions of authority and power.
And that is
Because they
what
want
the
it.
Major was doing? Using Madame Van den Bosch as his ladder to the top?
You are finally seeing the man he was. A weak and self-indulgent social climber.
Oh yeah, someone like the Contessa would not... She would not like a social climber. The Contessa has certainly opened my eyes to the Major's true ambitions with the Van den Bosch family. I wonder if Madame herself is aware of his greed and hunger for social recognition.
Merci, Countess.
She,
If I
yeah,
have
she
any
will
further
be.
questions, I shall be sure to come and find you.
She's in a sticky situation herself.
No trouble at all. How can I help?
With the joining of your two families and the Major being around so much, I assume you knew him well.
I knew of him more than actually knowing him myself. In the past, he made his feelings towards my brother and I quite clear.
And that was not in a positive way.
I certainly wouldn't call trying to get Angeline to postpone the engagement positive.
Oh. I spoke with your brother earlier. He was certainly enjoying himself. He's
I
drunk.
do not need to pry. Only I imagine the whole room was aware of his celebrating with a bottle.
You must be mistaken. Neither my brother nor I drink.
What? I do not know how he could not have noticed the state his brother was in. Perhaps one does not see what one does not want to believe. How is your relationship with your brother?
We aren't the closest. But what brother
I would argue that many are.
We've lived very different lives. Our priorities are different. He does not see things the way I
So,
do. There isn't much more
the
to
brother's
say.
back in the running. Because he may only be pretending to be drunk. Isn't my... I thought I could hear my chicken then. I'd like to ask you about your work with the union.
I have lent my voice to some discussions. I have tried to facilitate meetings. Just positive support.
Does that positive support include sending letters to those on the opposing side?
Detective Poirot, I'm not sure what you think I have done.
Monsieur, a letter has been found threatening the Major of what might happen if he does not act promptly, and now he has wound up dead.
You think my sending him a letter, warning him not to get involved, means I murdered him?
I mean, why would the Major get involved anyway? It's none of his business. Like, he shouldn't really be involved in something like that.
At this time, it is certainly reason for me to be suspicious.
I have been
There's many reasons.
These men deserve fair treatment and a wage that fits the hard work they undertake every single day. The Major didn't see that. All he cared about was the money for his services. And that is all I care to discuss.
It appears Monsieur's letter was at least written with noble intentions, but he's still hesitant to talk more on the Major's
If you
association.
would be so kind as to stay here, I may require your help further.
I just need to check on my chicken. Hang on 1 second. She's not up. Right, where was I? So we spoke to him. Excuse me, yawning. Ernesto.
More questions? I suppose so.
Can you tell me more about your relationship with the deceased?
Felix, I didn't know him that well. We spoke a handful of times. I met him through Cassandra. I thought him to be rather pompous.
Has he taken over... the other guy's business?
But you remained polite, as any gentleman.
That was a very vague statement. I need my brain to catch up.
Of course.
The negative opinion of the Major is rather ubiquitous. I'm yet to meet someone who had a particularly positive view of him. Why don't you tell me more about your relationship with Madame van den Bosch?
What is there to say? She's a remarkable woman, and I admire her. Even after Edwin's death, she held herself with such poise.
Oh, the...
It sounds as though you hold her in...
Sorry about that. I have a pet chicken, who's the last of my flock, because I used to have a flock of chickens, who lives in my garden with her husband, who is a duck. And there's been a cat that's been coming into the garden. Now, normally I don't worry about cats with the chicken because she can hold her own. She's a crazy thing. But this cat is particularly big, and it did manage to get a paw on her the other day, so now she yells anytime it's in the garden, so I have to go and chase it off. It's just one of those things. Okay.
And why shouldn't I? Women these days could take a leaf out of her book on how to present themselves.
I don't like her very much. You said you had talked with the Major a few times. About what exactly?
He had approached me about doing some business together. I like to know who I'm getting into bed with first.
And you both went ahead with your business venture.
Not so much a business venture, more security related. But there is no need to discuss that any further.
You don't get to decide that. I get to decide
You
that.
wish to remain hidden about your partnership, monsieur.
It was far from a partnership. I hired him to run security at my factories. If the workers were going to get violent, I wanted to make sure I was ready to protect my property.
Ah. Both you and the Major have been very supportive of Madame van den Bosch over the years, n'est-ce pas?
That is correct.
And the reason for your support was always of a purely platonic nature.
Oh.
If you're trying to insinuate that I was expecting something in return, you can remove your head from the gutter.
I meant no offense. I am only trying to understand the dynamic of your relationship.
I may need to approach this in a different manner. Perhaps I should speak with the Contessa on this.
Merci
Maybe.
for your cooperation.
Maybe. There's all kinds of stuff going on in here. There's business ventures, love triangles.
What do you require, detective?
How do you know the victim?
I know that I don't think, or didn't think, a great deal of him. I'm just sorry I didn't get the chance to tell him what I thought.
Surprised he's not been punched more in the face, the
man
Major.
has recently been murdered.
Someone must stand up to men like him, with their crooked dealings and lack of, well, any compassion at all.
I don't see how murdering them is going to
Another
help.
rousing speech, monsieur.
That's why he's a union leader.
It's the truth. If you knew what I know, maybe he wouldn't be dead, but behind bars instead.
Well, how about you tell me? Let's ask about the anger.
That's all. I wouldn't kill a man.
You must see why this leads me to have suspicions.
You
There's a
can't
firebrand.
think I did it. I am a man of peace. I make changes with words, not with violence.
I barely mention the Major. Monsieur Beckers becomes rather flustered and defensive. Your connection to the family through Monsieur Demire, n'est pas? N'est pas?
Yes, Gideon invited me. If you will recall from our previous conversation, we have been working together and he thought now would be a good time to discuss matters.
So it's Gideon. So Gideon's on board with the unionising.
To discuss business at the celebration of his engagement.
We're all here, so what better time? He thought Da Silva might even let his guard down if he was in a more jubilant mood. It would be wise to not continue to ignore us any longer.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's De Silva's factory that's being picketed, obviously then. Okay.
And what business was it that was so urgent?
We're trying to resolve the workers' strikes. It has gone on long enough.
Yeah, workers want to
Now is the
work.
time for him to listen to our demands so we can put an end to it all. Put the violence and upset behind us.
I wonder if the Major security team caused more of the violence. So are there plans for a negotiation with Monsieur De Silva?
I am fighting for the basic rights of our workers, nothing more. If he can't see that, he is a lesser man than I already thought.
Alright, okay.
And where does Monsieur Gideon fit into the negotiations? And his brother?
They both hate the Major.
I didn't even know he had a brother until I arrived here. Gideon certainly hasn't talked much about him. I get the sense there's not much love lost between them.
When was the last time you saw the Major?
Last I saw, he was outside having a cigar.
Oui, I spoke with him myself, but it was some time ago.
He does love a cigar. You'd have to stand out in those conditions. I could barely see him through the snow.
Was it the Major?
Merci, Monsieur Beckers. It has been a most enlightening conversation.
It was just someone having a cigar. Okay.
I'm an open book, Poirot.
No, you're not. Did you speak with the Major this evening?
Why would I? I've got nothing to say to him. Except maybe to keep his hands off what is ours.
What
Ours?
is yours that he could want?
Money, of course. Why do you think he has been suckling at the front and Bosch did for so long? He's bled them dry, and now they will all do the same to our money.
Our?
My father's, Gideon's, it's all the same.
I get the sense you and Monsieur Gideon are not the closest.
When you have not been on level playing fields for years, it's hard to have a fair.
Oh, really?
I am afraid I do not quite understand.
I think I
If
do.
we're playing golf, he has a full set of clubs and a caddy in the form of my father. And I have the old split putter. Make sense now?
Oh, you're the black sheep, are you?
Perfectly.
There is certainly some hostility towards his brother. This runs much deeper than brotherly rivalry. Your relationship with your brother, it seems everyone has an opinion.
Doesn't surprise me, and yet no one actually asks.
Oh, far too polite. Far too
I am
polite.
asking now.
I should have expected that, shouldn't I? What is there to say? We used to be close, but not so much anymore.
I would find it very helpful if you could at least elaborate on your relationship.
He went to school, got an education, and was the apple of our father's eye. I went to war. See the difference now?
Yeah, I think I understand. Monsieur has again mentioned his time in the war. While I do not mean to belittle his efforts for his country, it seems as though he has not been able to leave that life behind on the battlefield. Well, he was a medic, wasn't he? So I imagine he's not really seen the best of it. What do you think of your brother's work with the Union?
If you want to know about Gideon's part in the Union, why don't you ask him?
I will.
So, you are aware of his support for them?
Yes, well,
Oui, monsieur?
it'd be best to just ask him.
Okay. Monsieur either does not know much of what his brother does, or he's protected him rather coyly.
I think that is all for now. Merci for your time.
Interesting. Okay. What's this one? Okay. Hugo is dealt on the major. Gideon is trying to start negotiations. Gideon.
Order and method.
Sorry.
That is the way to solve the problem.
Sorry. Clicked before I read everything. So what have we got? Zachariah resents Gideon. Zachariah's defensive. I mean, they still love each other. I wonder if these are...
Is there something
No.
I am not...
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Ernesto is fond of Cassandra. Major is involved in the workers' strikes. Major leads on to. Jackie doesn't trust the Major. Hugo's frustration. I wonder if these... Maybe?
What
There we
a
go.
revelation.
Hugo claims to have calmed down since his argument with the Major, but Jackie disputes this. Hugo lied about his temper. He didn't really lie. He probably didn't realise he's got a temper.
I must take a different approach if I am to uncover the truth.
I wonder if... Gideon doesn't approve of marriage.
Come, my little Grace.
Ah,
We must...
I wonder if it's these two, maybe.
Magnifique.
There we go. He claims not to be close to his brother, but still seeks to withhold information about him. I mean, it's still his brother at the end of the day. We have any links there? No. Okay. Who do I need to... Tell me then. Talk to Margot, talk to Jackie, talk to Gideon. Okay. Yeah, there's 2 things going on here. Or maybe 3.
I am all yours, detective.
What of Madame van der Bosch's and Monsieur de Silva's relationship?
What of it?
Do you believe there was something more to their friendship?
Maybe for Mr. de
As I
Silva.
have said, detective, I am not one to gossip.
Yeah, but are you though?
I would not even consider your name and that word in the same sentence.
Smooth.
Because it is not gossip when it's the truth.
Amazing. Come on. I'm not sure that is exactly correct, but the Contessa has made a bold attempt to justify her wagging tongue. You talking to a detective? Tell me everything.
Stay around for so long. Yes, he was a friend and partner to the Viscount, but it is plain to see it is Cassandra's partnership he longs for.
Probably.
Merci, Countess. If I have any further questions, I shall be sure to come and find you.
Let's speak to Gideon.
No trouble at all. How can I help?
I'd like to talk more about your
I
brother.
believe there are more important matters at hand than talking about my brother and I's relationship or lack thereof.
The
Well,
murderer is in his house, and by holding back information that may help my investigation, you only make me suspicious of your involvement.
I mean,
Monsieur Demire, if you continue to withhold information, I can only assume you are hiding something, and must treat you as a prime suspect in the Major's murder.
well.
I have nothing to hide. If you must know, we have not been on the best terms for years now. As I said, we are different people. He does not see the importance of planning for the future. And as much as my parents tried, we could not make him see that. I suppose that is why he sees me as their favorite.
He still believes that now.
I assume so. We barely talk anymore. I was hoping we would be able to sit down and talk with the past behind. This evening has not panned out that way.
Ah, you were hoping to build a few bridges then
If
this
you would be
evening.
so kind as to stay here, I may require your help further.
So there's a few things going on here. Okay, let's speak to Jackie and then have a little
You
look.
came to the right place. What do you need?
You seem to know a great deal about everyone. Can you tell me about Monsieur de Silva and Madame Van den Bosch?
If you think you can use me as some sort of gossip machine, you are sorely mistaken.
Oh my god.
I can assure you it is not a case of gossiping. At this point, everything may be relevant to my investigation.
So I would be helping you potentially solve a crime? You should have said that off the bat. To say he's smitten is an understatement. I reckon he's been wanting her for years.
I mean, okay.
Madame does not feel the same.
Doesn't look like it. If she did, she would have said something about it, right?
I don't know. Cassandra plays her cards very, very close to her chest. She doesn't really give much away about anything. What are your thoughts on the contest? I appreciate your opinion on her.
I don't know if you really would. She's got a mouth the size of Texas, except when it comes to truths about her. She wants everyone to think that she's the savior of these girls at the shelter. But there's a side to her I don't think anyone gets to see.
And what side is that?
One that she is keeping tucked away under her very expensive dress.
Wow. Hang on. Sorry. I'm just fiddling with my magnifier. There we go. I can only see the work at a woman's shelter as positive, even in the reason to start came from a selfish place. The work they do cannot be scoffed at. I don't know anything else about it.
I request you do not go too far. Merci.
I don't know enough about what she does. Talk to Margot. Okay, just gonna talk to Margot again, and then
Yours, detective.
push on the Major's aggression towards Cassandra.
Countess, you gave me the impression the Major and the Madame were close. But there were times where he acted rather aggressively to her, n'est-ce pas?
I am sorry, detective, but I did not mean to give you such an impression.
I've already built a rapport with the Contessa, some may even say in a flirtatious manner. Perhaps if I continue to charm her, she will reveal the information I require. Flattering, it is obviously I who am mistaken. A fine woman of your stature would not purposely lead a young man astray. Humble, if I've been mistaken, would you be so kind as to correct me in my train of thought? Let's try flattering.
Ever the
Oh.
charmer, detective. I would talk more on it, but I'm afraid Cassandra would think I am talking about her behind her back.
Technically I'm a detective, so it's fine. The Contessa has something more to say, but she still holds back. Something tells me it's more to do with receiving attention. Perhaps I can use that to my advantage. Cautionary, how would Madame Van den Bosch feel if she heard the contents of our conversation from me? Coercive, you obviously care a great deal about Madame Van den Bosch. Assisting me will help clear her of any wrongdoing. That is what you want to hit. That is what you want for her, isn't it? Let's try a little bit of coercion.
It is not often I am swayed so easily. I applaud you on your willingness and persistence.
Handled that well.
From day one, I was wary of his intentions. And it was not long before he showed his true colors.
Okay.
If it is a tear she sheds, it should be one of joy that he is out of her life.
I wonder if the Major is the reason they've got no money.
I understand your feelings towards the Major, but perhaps there was...
He was a bully. He took his shortcomings out on her, and she sat there and accepted it. I never thought I would see the day.
I wonder if the Major had something on her then.
Perhaps now she will be able to see the man he truly was. Karma will always catch up to you.
Merci, Countess. If I have any further questions, I shall be sure to come and find you.
Okay. Just having a little look around just to see. Hang on, what was that? I'm glad to see there is something for all tastes. Perhaps I will be able to enjoy a drink later. Okay. Right, let's have a little look at our mind maps. Got 2 there, nothing there, right. So, Ernesto is fond of Cassandra. Ernesto has business connections with the family. Let's have a look. Gideon feels detached from Zachariah. Let's link those two together.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
The brothers are suspicious individually, but I cannot see them working together. Brothers are unlikely to cooperate. I feel like this is a situation that was caused by the parents mostly. Ernesto is fond of Cassandra. Ernesto and Cassandra's friendship. Cassandra more than a okay, let's try link those two together.
The pieces of the puzzle are
Okay,
finally come
new conversation unlocked. Perhaps Ernesto has hidden his secret love well. We can use this to our advantage. Talk to Ernesto. Okay. I do feel there's a couple of things going on here right now. So the Major seems to have got his feet well under the table, but I don't think it's because Cassandra's fond of him. I think potentially that there is... The Major is maybe blackmailing Cassandra, but then he's spending all of their money, which creates a financial situation. So they need a better financial situation, which is why the daughter is marrying the rich guy, but he is feeding the union, which the business partner would feel is undermining his business, which the Major is involved in the security. There's all kinds of stuff going on here, really. It's a bit of a tangled web.
More questions? I suppose so.
Apologies for insistent questions on the subject, but you and Madame Van den Bosch.
Mademoiselle Conrad was quick to talk of your hidden feelings towards her. Perhaps only hidden to Madame Van den Bosch herself.
What has this got to do with the Major's death? Is Cassandra...
Could have everything or nothing.
I have only tried to help her.
I was merely asking the questions, no reason to panic. It would greatly help me if you would answer honestly.
There may be some feelings there, but Madame Van den Bosch does not know of them, and I trust that it will remain that way.
I will be discreet, or I might not.
Merci
Who knows?
for your cooperation.
I might be discreet. I have my own opinion of the Major, one that is wiser kept to myself. Yeah, he's a tit. But I did not expect so many like-minded thinkers. I should think further on what I have heard in the quarters. Okay, objective complete. Let's go and talk to Archibald. And get out of here. Hello.
My time with the guests is complete. For tonight, at least.
Do you know who killed Major Hager?
Not yet.
I am afraid it is not as simple as that. There are
Everybody
many
hates him.
steps that lead to the truth. I must think on everything I have heard this evening and dissect the truths from the lies. Merci for your assistance this evening. Au revoir.
I came here expecting to solve a case of blackmail, to relieve a family of a burden that has weighed upon them and overshadowed a joyous celebration. I wonder if the Major was the blackmailer? I have never been to an engagement celebration where a death has taken centre stage before. Although the guests' alibis confirm each other's, I still cannot rule out the possibility of one of them being involved in the Major's death. The relationships between some of the guests and the Major were more than rocky. Dislike towards him were plentiful, but enough to drive someone to murder. Maybe. People have murdered for less. This is now the perfect opportunity to think about everything I've heard today. New mind map unlocked. Oh, 5 conclusions. I have all the information I need. I must now compile it together and find the most probable culprit. Well, we haven't spoken to the ladies of the house, so potentially. So, zoom. Let's start with Hugo. Hugo lied about his temper. Hugo invited by Gideon. Hugo has dirt on the Major. I would... Who's close to... Jackie. There we go. So Jackie's out for information on the Major.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
When I first overheard their conversation, it seemed Hugo was trying to get Jackie to listen. Jackie pushing for dirt on the Major. Okay, let's have a look down here. Jackie claims Margot is hiding something. Is Margot near her? Margot and Cassandra are long-term friends. Advice on the Major? Advice to the Major?
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
The letter she sent protecting Cassandra was a threatening indeed, and Jackie seems unable to determine her secret. Margot's motive, protection. Maybe. Maybe. Who have we got here? Hugo and Esther, Jackie confirm each other allies. Margot and Cassandra are long-term friends. What else we got? Ernesto. Threats to the Major. Ernesto fronting money for the house. Ernesto cares for Cassandra. Major's involved. Try that.
What a revelation.
100 deductions. I'm a deducting machine. Blinded by love and greed, he may have struck down his opposition. I don't know. Okay, well, if we link those two together, that says that everyone's alibis are confirmed.
Success. I never doubted myself.
All the guests have at least one other guest to confirm their alibis. Okay, all alibis confirmed. Right, let's have a little look at Gideon and Zach. Gideon hesitant to mention his past with the Major. I think he wrote that letter.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
His history with the Major combined with threats to his well-being definitely show intent. Gideon's motive, retribution. Who's this? Who could that be at this time?
Entrez.
Good thing I'm not in my pyjamas. Angeline!
I'm sorry I did not join you in the salon as requested.
Please, mademoiselle. There is no need to apologize.
I was with Maman in her room. She would not allow anyone to see it, but I could see she was terribly upset.
Is she upset or is she relieved?
Do you have any suspicions as to who could have killed him?
I'm afraid my suspicions extended across all of the party's guests. While it seems as though their alibis all corroborate one another's, the disdain and hostility towards the Major makes them rife with motive.
I know there was some bad blood between the Major and some of the guests, but not enough to kill him, surely. She may seem tough on the exterior, but she's really quite kind when you get to know her.
The Countess? She is a formidable force I would not want to come up against.
There's definitely something going on here about, like...
Don't be silly, detective. She wouldn't hurt a soul. Jacqueline, I mean.
Oh, Mademoiselle Conrad, she was in fact the least suspicious until now.
I assume that's who you were talking about, detective, after what happened between them.
What? What?
That is a story I have yet to hear.
She must have told you about the piece she was writing on us, about Gideon's work and our marriage.
She's told me nothing, love.
Somehow that was the only thing she did not mention.
That's strange. I thought that is what she would have started the conversation with. Well, she had come to the house to interview me, and when I entered the library, she was there with Felix amid a rather heated conversation.
Do you know what this conversation regarded?
I'm afraid not, but Felix was quite enraged. He picked up an envelope from the table and stormed out, slamming the door behind him.
What?
And Mademoiselle Conrad?
She was equally heated in the moment. She had a few choice words for him that I wouldn't care to repeat.
Well, how is Madame feeling now?
Better, thank you, detective. She's resting in her room. It is the best place for her.
And you, mademoiselle?
I'm not quite sure. It is a rather surreal feeling. I did not think I would miss him like I do.
It is understandable. He has been a close friend to your maman for many years.
And to me, detective. We had grown close. After father's passing, he was always there for me. And now, he's gone as well.
Awesome.
You must try and not think on it like that.
It is easier said than done, Detective.
I have no doubt, but you can be assured the culprit will not remain at large for long. You have my word.
There's something niggling at my brain that's telling me that I've seen something that should give me more information. If you're in my position, mademoiselle, who would be at the top of the suspect
I'm sorry,
list?
but I just can't imagine any of them committing such a heinous crime.
It can often be hard to look past one's personal feelings for someone and see their flaws.
There's definitely just something is chewing at the back of my brain that's
It's
like,
not that, Detective. It's just they have known each other for years. Why would any of them act now?
you'd be surprised, my love.
I was under the impression the Major had merely a business relationship with some of the guests.
That's true. But those invited know each other. Some of them for years. They may not seem like it, but some are even friends.
Really?
I should return to my room now, Detective. It has been a trying day for us all.
Oui, mademoiselle. I am afraid tomorrow may bear a resemblance, but I will not stop until I have found his killer.
I am certainly glad you are here, Detective.
When and where a detective is required, that is where I shall be. Bonne nuit, mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle has left me with an interesting thought, one I had not considered until now. While at first glance the guests do not appear to show much fondness for each other, Mademoiselle is quite sure that that is not the case. Perhaps I must consider looking at the guests together and not individually. There's definitely... It's annoying me a little bit because... Angeline, guests have known each other for years. Let's look at Jackie. Jackie wants information on Hugo. Jackie knows a lot about the guests. Jackie pushing for dirt. Okay, so Jackie pushing for dirt. She bumped heads with the Major.
Magnifique.
I doubted Jackie's involvement with the murder, but I am dubious of her innocence.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
I now have all the motives from the guests. Who is under suspicion? All motive confirmed. Alibis confirmed. Maybe those together.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
I do not know who I can trust or whose stories I can believe. Are the guests innocent? Yeah, everyone's still suspicious. Oh, was there one more? All guests are still suspicious. Guess he's not... this could be a...
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
I now doubt how trustworthy these stories may be. They may be covering for each other. Multiple guests might be responsible. There is no physical way one of the guests could have killed the Major and returned to the party, unless that's where I'm mistaken. It is not one guilty party I should be looking for, but multiple. Potentially. Let's have a look here. Is there anything I need to do here? Investigate the murder. Investigate the blackmail. How could I have not considered that the Major's death was part of a ploy created and executed by more than only one of the guests? There is like multiple things going on right now. I think the party was a cover to sort out a number of issues. So maybe the union business issue, maybe the issue with the Major, the blackmail, rebuild the relationship between the two brothers. Like, there's all kinds of things going on. It came almost as an epiphany following Mademoiselle Angélie's remark about the guest's shared past. Perhaps Mademoiselle will become a trusted ally that I now sense may be essential to catching the guilty parties. Oh, dyslexia. Tonight's questioning was only the beginning. I will allow my suspects to sleep on their stories and we will see how they fare tomorrow. Perhaps one of those involved will have morals enough to show a glimmer of regret. Considering they may be working together, I cannot be sure who has told the truth and who has attempted to sell me down the fleuve. Perhaps I should sleep on the matter. A good night's sleep will surely bring a new dawn of thinking, and what a better setting to do so than in the peaceful falling blanket of snow that surrounds us all. Although it seems not everyone has the same idea. Who is this? Who are you? Chapter 5. Chapter 5, The Secret. There are multiple secrets here, I feel. Okay, I'm going to call it there. Thank you very much for joining me with another Murder Mystery Monday. I will be back with the next chapter, Chapter 5, and we will hopefully uncover some more of these secrets, because there is a lot of them. A lot of them. If you would like to hang out with me some more, there is an end card coming up with a link back into my channel. You can check me out there. Have a lovely week, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.